Hi there. So, a couple of weeks ago, I shared a post on Facebook about my sadness and frustration regarding how I felt that I had been looked at and kind of like the energy that I was experiencing from some of the women here in Portugal. And it's not just Portugal, it's been pretty much many places that I've been to. And it really upset me, and it was kind of like real massive judgment and shaming, even though nobody said anything to me. It felt like shaming, the looks and all that kind of stuff, um, and fear, and a lot of unconsciousness and lack of self-awareness. And I've done a lot of work around not taking things personally and not taking on other people's shit, but you know, I just started traveling on this nomad journey, and I was feeling a little bit vulnerable and uncertain about a lot of things, about where I was going and what I'm doing, how I'm gonna make some money. I haven't quite set up my online offerings yet, so at the beginning of this journey, there was a lot of uncertainty, and it did affect me. I allowed their looks and their funky vibes to affect me because I'm a sensitive, empathic soul, and I don't pretend that I'm not. Like, I feel things deeply, and I feel other people's energy very, very deeply. So, it was kind of like a really challenging month, like the first couple of weeks that I was in Portugal. And then I don't recall what happened, but I did some meditation, and during the meditation, like, I've been coming to the beach every evening to do my yoga on the beach, and during some meditation, it just really felt like I needed to take a look at my attitude and my perception of the whole situation. And I really realized as well and I recognized times when I have looked at other women who I felt maybe threatened by, or I felt are prettier than me, or have got a nicer body. And I don't know what my face does. Like, a lot of the time, my face gets some funky ass um, stuff going on it, and I don't actually know what it's doing. So I'm assuming that also there have been times when I've looked at other women in the way, with the similar energy that these women were looking at me with. And so I really and there was particularly one woman in the being gathering who was very sensual and wore very sexy clothes, and I really felt like I could feel myself going into that judgment and going into that place of, yeah, just judging and questioning, and but then I again observed that, and I did my best to soothe the part of me that still judges, and soothe the part of me instead of making myself wrong and beating myself up for it. I just soothe those parts of me that are still, those shadow aspects of myself, like the judgmental and the bitch and the racist, and the one that's not very kind all the time, and the one that's needy and clingy, and all those different parts of me, because those are the parts of me that I don't like, and I don't want to share with people. But I also really recognized that I was judging, and there was like this commentary going on in my mind, and it really then helped me to, during this meditation that I did, I really then was able to feel compassion and more love for these women that had been obviously judging me. And even though I don't always dress particularly provocatively, I'm just wearing shorts and a vest because it's hot. I'm just wearing what everyone else is wearing, but there's this very Catholic tradition and culture in Portugal, and there's a lot of fear around feminine divinity and the kind of feminine power, clearly. I got some really amazing, beautiful feedback and love from some of the women in my circles, and my friend Lena sent me this amazing prayer to really help me, and and then taking a look at myself and looking at my perspective and looking at times when I myself might have treated other women in the same way really helped. And just really forgiving myself, because when I can forgive myself, I can forgive other people. And as soon as I started doing all these things, I felt like something shifted and I was getting less funky looks and less funky energy. And then something else shifted in me. So then I decided that I was not going to give a shit about what other people thought and about what other people thought about what I was wearing and what I was doing. And I really just honored, like, every day, this is how I want to look, this is how I want to present myself, and I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks. I'm just gonna dress how I want to, and I'm just gonna wear it with pride, and I'm gonna own it, and I'm gonna really stand in my power and enjoy the way I feel when I'm wearing vests and the shorts, because I can't do that in the UK. Like, that's one of the reasons why I've come to live in a hot country, is because I can't do that in the UK all the time. Like, my body needs to feel the sun on it all the time, and I want to be warm and in shorts and hardly any clothes all the time. Like, that is just who I am. So I just decided that I was going to fully embrace it and fully own it and be confident with it and have no doubt that it's okay, and just give myself permission to completely be me. And again, something like it shifted with the women. Again, it was like a complete, when I accept myself, they accepted me, and it was amazing. And I was getting smiles, and I was getting hellos, and I was getting people complimenting my hair, and and things like that. Not quite to my clothes yet, but because I have some really great clothes. So in the UK, I always get complimented on my clothes, and here I'm just like, what? So, and then another level. So this all happened like within a week. So then the next level down happened when I was going somewhere, and I realized that I was feeling really constricted, and I realized that I was feeling like really on the defense, and that I was really kind of I had my barriers up, and I was ready for these bitches to look at me, and I was ready with my